Welcome back to Upper Lusatia for the Back to Basics series, episode 17, with me, MrSealyp. Having bought the cows in the last episode, I did say I need to sort out some total mix ration. So I'm in the Massey. I left the forks and bucket over here a while ago, and then grabbed the feed mixer, and we'll mix up a batch. I think one batch might be alright. I don't know. We might need two. We'll see how we get on. Okay, I'm going to just move this where I can get to the bales and to the silage fairly easily, and then we'll a couple of buckets. I think the bucket holds 1,897. It will scoop up. 2 buckets of that. Then I'll do the bales. Then I can always top up. If not, it doesn't matter. It's only out by a few. You know, it's a tiny amount. Not too much of a problem. Yeah, I'm trying to think now. What am I going to do? What do we need to do in this episode? Got a few little odds and ends need to be tidied up that I've been saying for a few episodes I need to do and haven't got around to. I really should have put a rear weight on this, because those rear wheels are lifting off the ground. I think if I can get those forks high enough, then the weight's shifted back towards the tractor a bit more. I don't know, or just keep it really low to the ground until I get to the feed mix. So I should have just put a rear weight on it. That would have made life a bit easier, wouldn't it? But because I was hooking up to the trailer, I didn't bother. Not the end of the world. Let's get a second bucket in. Yeah, a few odds and ends. I think we might get to the BGA, because that silage over there should definitely be fermented by now. And like I said in the last episode about all the different ways to make money, that's kind of the plan. And then at some point, who knows when, some point in the near future, we'll have some of our crops ready. Done plenty of contracts and in-game missions for other farmers on the map. It's about time we did some of our own. I think as well, I know what I forgot to get, the Bruno animal trailer. I need to do that, because if we make a bit of money selling silage at the BGA, I can use some, if not all of that money for buying some more sheep, so we can get the sheep production up. Right, let's grab these forks. Again, should have had a rear weight, because I'm thinking with a bale on the front of this it's going to get quite heavy. Yeah, not the best of ideas. Actually, it's a lot. Seems to be. That's weird, isn't it? The bucket holds 1,800 and something litres of silage, and the back wheels come off the ground. The bale's supposed to weigh 4,000 litres, and it didn't have anywhere near the same reaction. It didn't seem to tip as badly. So 4,000 litres of silage, 1 straw bale, then 2 hay. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm only going to do 1 hay bale at a time though. I'm not insane. Although, interesting to see if I could do it. Am I caught up in other bales? Yep, of course I am. And one more should just about do the trick. Not too bothered if I come in properly straight. It's not like I'm stacking them up. It's going to go straight into the feed mixer, so it's all good. Actually, that being said, at least it would have been straight in rather than that. There we go. Right. I'm just thinking, what do I... Should I grab a straw bale as well? That way I can fill up the straw off the front and then total mix ration from the back. Yes, that'll work. Righty-ho, let's get hooked up. If this does require a second load of total mix ration, I'll do that off screen. I know I've done this before, but that's, you know, that's what I keep saying, it's part and parcel of the day-to-day. This is the Back to Basics series. It's all the jobs around the farm, keeping it ticking over. These are things that, generally speaking, on a normal Let's Play, maybe I would miss out, because once you've seen it done, you've seen it done. But again, I always make that assumption that the people that are watching my videos have all played the game for a long time. The people watching may not have played the game, may never have seen one of my videos before. So skipping out these bits, so it's not unfair. It's not unfair. It's just, you know. Otherwise, people then message and say, "How did you make that total mix ration? What was your ratio? How did you know?" You know what I mean. So the bale went. Total mix ration's all gone. I am going to need to make some more. That I will definitely do off screen as long as I didn't hit the wall. That was right. Fantastic. I will see you in a bit. There's a few jobs and odds and ends to do. How are we looking? Feed wise, yeah, not bad. Only needs a little bit more. It definitely needs some more straw as well. But nothing's in the yellow or orange or whatever it gets into, so we're good. Right, feed is done. The cows are fed and watered. Another load of 10,000 litres going into storage. There's still a load on the field, but I'm not doing a whole nother episode of me collecting with the buka. I've got a few little odds and ends to do, then we're heading over to the BGA. I have spent a little bit of time with various bits of equipment making a silage pile. Silage mountain, whatever you want to call it. What we are going to do though is a bit of tidying up of a couple of things. Trying to work out where to park this really. I'll just stick it in here, but it should be alright. I'll go and collect some more field later on. But for now, we're okay. What I've done is I've grabbed the pickup conveyor from the cows just for the moment, although they've made a huge amount of mess in the meantime. And I'm going to clean up that little bit of mess. Some of the massy that was left down by the greenhouses. I've also taken the liberty of whizzing over to the manure shop, and I've bought a load, and that's in the RitchiF. I've put normal wheels on the Fiat Agri TS115. But what I'm going to do first, because this should work, they do need filling up. No, I'll do that. That's what I meant to do. Move that out of the way. Jump into this, or onto this, or whichever one first to say. Engine on. No. Somebody said to me you should use the conveyor belt and that will get rid of that. It won't. It's going to have to be the roller. I'm going to have to roll it and get rid of it. Because that does not want to pick that up. How bizarre. Even if I put unload here. Nope, it's not going to go. Well, that's a pity. Okay. I thought that was going to work, so that's going to be a roller then. Which is what I kind of said originally, but well, is what it is. I've got to stop leaping in and out of various things. So let's fill up these. They need a little bit of water as well, but I'm not going to do that just yet. They're not going to run out imminently. Hopefully not. Go through the hedge. So it won't matter. I'll go back up to the cows in a moment. What we will do is jump in that. That looks much better with normal tyres on. I've gone for standards. They're not standard low profiles. They're not wide low profiles. Just normal tyres. I might go and get the sweeper and do that actually straight away, because that's going to irritate me otherwise. So we want up first, back up, and then tip. Like this. Leave it up as long as I go gently. That shouldn't tip over, he says. And then I've just realised I've probably left the massy right in the way there, haven't I? We might be right. We might be okay. I think that one's almost full actually, because I did that last. So I thought if I fill them all up completely, then at least they'll all need filling together next time. At least that's the theory. We shall see. So it's been a busy few days. What with Mud Runner, American Wilds coming out, and then Red Dead Redemption, and obviously 20th of November FS19 comes out. I'm just going to nick through the hedge there. No, I shouldn't, but let's just leave that there. Actually, I'm going to whiz over and get the roller, or the sweeper, whichever I've got installed. I'm going to go and get that now. Yeah, it's expensive, but also busy and exciting. What I have noticed is, and I've said this before, I enjoy playing this, I love it to bits, and play because I enjoy playing it. I've noticed my viewing figures have plummeted the last couple of weeks. Well, avoid, because it's that run into 19, and people have kind of not losing interest, but there's nothing new, nothing to showcase. It's, you know, in essence, you're doing the same map. You're doing different maps. You're doing the same things. There's a bit of forestry. There's farming. What makes it interesting is using different machinery to do it and new mods and that kind of thing. So I get why it's kind of gone a little bit flat. I totally understand that. So what I've decided to do, where are we? Miscellaneous, isn't it? Have I got the sweeper installed? I have. Let's go with the sweeper. Leasing 280. Oh dear. Is as the new games have come out, do a few little bits and bobs here and there. So I did on American Wilds a kind of first impressions video, vehicles video. I'm going to do a video of some of the kind of unlocking one of the maps and that kind of thing, because I'm enjoying playing that. Then Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and I've done a video on again kind of a first impressions, is it any good, that kind of, have a look at the various different things. And then a bounty hunter job that I did, I've done a video on that. I'm going to do a deer hunting one, I'm going to do various different couple of bits and bobs, you know, because I'm enjoying it. And I thought, well, I'm enjoying playing them, and I know a lot of my subscribers like the same kind of things. Not everybody does, but if that means people have a look and think, actually, you know what, that looks pretty good, I might get it, fantastic. That's, you know, that's kind of my job done, really. And then when 19 comes out, hitting it hard. I already know there's plenty of people that have been messaging me to let me know they've booked the week off work. Loads of people have done that. So let's drop that down. I should get rid of this. There we go. Tidy that up. Done. Some interesting use of 260 quid. Dollars, pounds, euros. Whichever I've got this one set on. Right, that'll go back. Now what we're going to do is head up to the BGA. Let me just... I'm going to drop that down there. Actually, I'm going to walk because I've got a tractor over at the BGA. I'm going to head to the BGA. Like I say, I spent a bit of time making a silage pile. I'll explain why when I get... I mean, it's kind of obvious when I get there why I've done it. I've done it a slightly different way to how I normally do it, which is why I thought I'd give it a go. So if you remember from way back when I did it, when I put it all in here, it was flat and it was level. It was a little bit sort of that kind of height, depth-wise, but it filled the entire bunker. What I normally do is then get conveyor belts, which I've leased. The Grimm SL8022. I've released the slow conveyor as the pickup. I normally set them off going, then I'll get a wheel loader or a telehandler with a bucket. I'll start at the back of the bunker silo and start piling it all up, and it can take ages. So what I decided to do instead, I got this and I put it at that end of the silo. I filled up the trailer one load at a time, brought that round the front, and then piled it all up. So I've made myself a massive silage pile. So hopefully what should happen now is the trigger for this will come out in an arc, hopefully taking in most of this pile, which also means I won't have to worry about driving up and down here with a wheel loader and bucket and piling it up and piling it up and piling it up, like I did on Lone Oak Farm and I've done on various different Let's Plays. So I thought I'd do it a slightly different way. All I've got to do now is turn this one on, hopefully, turn on the conveyor, which will preload this conveyor and the other conveyor, again like I did in Lone Oak, and then once all I've got to do is extend that conveyor out over the anaerobic digester and we should be good to go. I might need to turn the speed up, the time up, to ×5 so it doesn't cough and splutter. So we'll jump in this one and I'll come out to here just to make sure I'm in the right place. Where are we there? So we'll... no, don't do that. I want to do this all the way out. So we get over the digester and it will start unloading. And there we are, perfect. Actually lower that down a little bit. Now there was only... what did I have in here? 200 and something thousand litres. There wasn't a huge amount in here. Let's put the top window on. Yeah, 211,000 litres. They've sold a little bit already, but So hopefully this pile will sell. If you can see, it's kind of coming from the back here and there, which means the trigger for that is quite wide. So hopefully, if it does splutter, it might only splutter with a tiny little bit left at the back there, and I will have sold most of it. We're going to make a bit of money, not massive amounts of money. But again, like I said in the last episode, another way to make a bit of money. So I can just leave that running now. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do, wasn't I? I was going to put that on ×5, which means we're going to start to get dark fairly quickly now. I'm going to take this back though. That did its job incredibly well. I've still got none of my fields ready again because I've got it set on slow. Growth set on slow, so none of my fields are good to go yet. As soon as they are, harvesting. That's the other plan. But I don't think actually there's one field that I can do a contract on at the moment for other people, for other farmers, and that's field 8, and it's a big one. It's the one right the way over by the store and the sell point. I think I did it right back in the early episodes, and again I think it's sugar beet again, which means it's going to be a long job, and I'm seriously worried about the whole blue screen situation. Let's get that back first. Get that back to the cows. Keep an eye on the price for wool. Oh, that's a point. Somebody asked me in the last episode, or after the last episode, where is the egg sell point? And I assumed, rightly or wrongly, I say I assumed, it was an educated guess. I thought I'd remembered seeing the egg sell point sign. I think it's up at the stables, the bale sell point. I think. I'm going to have a quick check on the map. Let's just jump in that. Turn that on. Raise that up. Why is it on? Oh, I've got it on auto unload. Yep, stop unloading. Genius. Right. Pick that up. There you go. It's because I was fiddling around with the settings. I think the cows need a little bit more straw actually, but they're good for now. It's not like they're going to run out any second. Right, so let's put that there. Close off that window. Often when I go onto those screens to take the window away and that kind of thing, I edit it out, but like I say, because this is the Back to Basics series, there may be people that don't know, you know, I had a lot of people saying, how do you manage to get rid of that by just pressing the button, pressing a button? I don't. I do what everyone else does. I go into the menu, turn it off and then come back out. It's just when I normally do my videos, I edit that little chunk out. And what I try to do as well when I'm videoing is not to say anything when I'm doing that bit, otherwise you can't edit it out. Because you've been talking. Right, what was I going to do? I was going to check the map, wasn't I? Let's have a look, shall we? Egg sell point. I'm sure it was over at the stables. At the barn here. But I could be wrong. Try to think where else I might have seen it. Let's set up at the livestock market maybe. I'll have a wander, see if I can find it. When I do, I'll show you. I'd like to say only because someone asked and I kind of said I think it is at, but I'm not 100% certain. I know I know I've seen one. That again comes with playing so many different maps over so long. You start to kind of make assumptions based on, you know, I've seen an egg sell point. It might not have even been on this map. It could have been somewhere else entirely. Oh, that was the thing, wasn't it? I was going to check the wool price. Let's have a look and see if the wool's gone up at all. Nope. Whoa, 3,973. I've played on maps where that's gone as high as 13, 14, 15,000. Some it hovers around the 9,000, 10,000 mark. 3,000, that's low. Really low. Okay. See if I can find it. I was going to cut to it. I thought I'd have a drive around. And like I say this, I've said this so many times. This map is great because it's small. Which means if you are just going to nip somewhere, it really is just nipping somewhere. It doesn't take a long time to get there. And if you've watched any of my videos, there's one thing you know about me. I'm able to fill in those blank spaces with talk and waffle and, you know. That's me. Now if I didn't see it up here, I'm kind of stuck because I can't remember then if it's not here. Oh, I knew it was definitely a stables up here. No, Manure cell phone. Straw, slurry. Livestock market? Is it one of the sell points maybe? Baffled. This is going to end up being a map tour now, isn't it? Hunting the sell point. Oh, I've just realised the money stopped going up. Why has that stopped? Didn't even notice. And there's absolutely no way I only made about 8,000 on that. Is it because it's an engine? Because I came away from it? Is it turned off? Oh, that's really annoying. Yep. If you leave vehicles and go into another vehicle, the engine, whilst you might leave it running, will run for a little while, but then it automatically, after a little while, because you've gone off in something else, it will turn itself off. I completely forgot this because it's got an engine. It works. You have to turn the conveyor belt on. You can't leave it. Which means I've probably taken a bit of a hit on this now. Ah, it's all money in the bank. Whatever I end up getting for it. Okay, right, well I'll stop this here. I'll go off screen. I'll come back to you when this is all sold. And then we'll see if we can find those eggs. And then, yeah. So we go. Last 4,000 litres, roughly, to go. We had one splutter, one minor hiccup, but that was to be expected at some point. Last couple of thousand litres. And bunker silo is empty. Last little bit is selling. Now I'm pretty sure, actually we can get rid of that now. I'm pretty sure when we started selling we were on 209,000. So we've made 82,500 off that. Again, money in the bank. That was all, was it grass I put in? No, that came from corn, didn't it? Was that the corn harvest? I was bringing over 15,000 litres at a time. We did the silage harvest, didn't we? Yes, we did. That's brilliant. 80 grand. We did alright out of that. These... Actually, I can turn this one off. These are leased. They'll need to go back. We are now on an egg hunt. Not an egg hunt. Like, egg sell point hunt is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to racking my brains now, thinking whereabouts. Let's whiz up this side of the map. I don't go up this side very often. I came down the other direction during my first little map tour on here. We're going to head up this way to livestock market. Unless it's one of the little villages. It could be in the main town. It could just be by one of the sides of the buildings. Actually, have I got fields ready to harvest now? Have we got any of ours ready to harvest? Because that took me quite a while. Soil composition, fruit types, growth. We have field 3 we're going next to, field 19 at the top, field 8 like I said is still needs sorting out, removing tops, and field 6, so I could do some more contracting. Our fields are going to be a little bit longer, 17's nearly there, 9's nearly there, well part of 9's nearly there, so I reckon, bearing in mind it's now nearly 6 o'clock, if we ever find this egg sell point, by tomorrow morning we're going to be on harvest. And I'm thinking if we've got a few fields to do, we may even be in the market for a second harvester. Maybe. Needs to be cheap. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm thinking one of them, a Massey Ferguson 27, or maybe a Fortschritt. We shall see. One of those. And then we've got 2 harvesters. We can get on with that and the bison. Come on, where is this? If I don't find it in this episode, I'm really frustrated. Not that it's a, you know, it's not the best cliffhanger in the world, is it? Where is that egg sell point? I'm sure I'll get loads of comments, people saying it's wherever it ends up being. Oh, hang on. I see a blue disc. Oh no, that's workshop. Oh man, where? Oh dear. I just don't know. Okay, I'm finding this before the end of the episode. I'm absolutely finding it. And you know what? It's that really obvious thing. Because I've driven past it so many times. It was here in the town the whole time. Oh man, how many times must have I driven backwards and forwards? And I would imagine there were people at the laughing, shouting, screaming at the screen saying exactly where it was. There we go, I did have some eggs sold, didn't I? $359. Euros. Shekels. Drachma, whatever they are. And with that awesome revelation, we've come to the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. We've managed to sell all of that silage we had. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.